Alright, it is 7 o'clock, July 24th, planning board. Approval of the minutes, did everyone have a chance to review minutes? Any comments, questions, modifications? Motion to approve the minutes. Randy, I'll second, all in favor? Great. Alright, did we have any work sessions this week? I was not here.
We're just talking about, I think we had one.
We did
Which one was it?
with
Courtyard.
oh, courtyard.
Oh, yes, courtyard,
Okay.
okay. And nothing
Nothing.
scheduled for the next one?
No.
Okay. Alright, first up on the agenda, we have Taco Bell. We have an applicant present.
I don't believe anybody's coming.
Okay, that's fine. This is just an update, modification to the previous resolution. We've reviewed the signs, directional signs,
signs.
and lighting. Both of those are good. The building signs are still not on the drawings and not approved.
They are shown on the drawings, but they're not approved as part of this.
Okay, and they're still looking to potentially go to ZBA for that third sign.
Yes, facing vampire. And
The
for
monument
the,
sign is part of this.
And the monument, yes, the directional and monument sign and lighting.
and then they may be coming to the ZBA for the mobile pickup signs. And that will be part of the done tire sign if they're proposing that.
Okay. Alright, so unless there's any questions on that, I'll provide a motion. No. Okay, so a motion to modify the resolution for approval made by this board dated 7/10/2025 as follows. The sentence on the July 10th, 2025 motion reading "No signs or lighting are approved and any further signage must come before this board for approval" is modified as follows. The directional signs and monument sign singular, as shown on July 8th, 2025 drawing C-13 only are approved signage. The lighting shown on the July 8th, 2025 drawing C-9 is approved. No attached building signs are approved and any further signage must come before this board for approval. Except as specifically modified herein, the planning board approval of July 10th, 2025 is in full force and effect. I will move to approve, second, Jenny, all in favor? Great. Alright, move on to that one. Alright, next up we have the Kinney Street subdivision. This is kind of in conjunction with Hidden Level, so we need to take care of the subdivision first, and then we can approve the Hidden Level on top of that. So if everybody kind of remember, sorry, do we have an applicant here for Hidden Level?
Yeah, right here, Steve O'Leary.
Wonderful. Well, not a whole lot deeper what we need to do, but
That's good, I'm a good speaker.
so if you recall with the site plan, the subdivision that we have here is just to kind of clean up some of those little parcel pieces that were all part of Hidden Level, and we're just cleaning this up so that we have a single parcel in there. Are there any questions on that one? No? Okay. I'll put forth a motion to approve the subdivision plan dated 7/24/2025 entitled Alivia Properties LLC Lot Merger made by Paul James Olszewski, PLS Gila. Olszewski. I'd butcher it, I know. I apologize. With the following findings and conditions. This is a simple subdivision of land under the code as no new lots are created. This involves movement, deletion of lot lines of the following lots to make one lot. 024.05-09 and 10.0, 11.0, 13.2, and 13.3. This consolidation does not change the utilization of the properties substantially beyond how they've been used by the owner in common of all the lots for many years. But this is for convenience of the owner and to complete further improvements per pending site plan. Accordingly, and in light of the above, this board waives public hearing requirement for subdivision as permitted by the code where there are no new lots created and there is no public interest in this lot line adjustment. Number 4, the board has reviewed the Onondaga County Planning Board resolution of July 23, 2025, which found no significant adverse intercommunity or countywide implications. Number 5, the board has reviewed the SEAF submitted by the applicant dated 6/18/2025 and issues a negative secret declaration for this unlisted action, finding no significant adverse environmental impacts. 6, the planning board attorney has reviewed the easement dated 6/17/2025 submitted by the applicant and approved same with the following paragraph to be added thereto. This easement is made in partial satisfaction of subdivision and site plan approval granted by the planning board for the town of DeWitt for the property at 6757 named herein. Accordingly, this easement may not be modified or extinguished without the written consent of the town of DeWitt. Agree to that one?
Yep.
Great. Number 7, applicant must file the above named easement once revised and modified, as well as the subdivision map in the Onondaga County Clerk's Office in accordance with the rules of Onondaga County and provide a copy of the stamped filed map with the town of DeWitt Department of Planning and Zoning. Motion to approve. Kathy, Doug, all in favor? Great. So that takes care of the subdivision. Get that cleaned up. Taken care of.
There
Now
was
we'll-
one parcel not listed on there. 024.06-12.0. So there were 6, there were only 5 listed there.
Alright, so
12.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.2 and 13.3.
Correct.
Okay, you got that, Jamie? Who's Jamie? No, she's there.
Affirmative.
Great. Okay, so with that taken care of, we can look at hidden level. This one, I think they've gone through and they've met all of our requirements.
Updated the dumpster enclosure, it's not connected to the building, so it's okay with the 1-to-1 height. The HVAC shroud is compliant with the 1-to-1 height. And the dumpster enclosure is hardy board.
Okay. And if they've met everything else, you guys wanna take a look at it?
Yeah, are there updated elevations?
There is a rendering, there are updated elevations and a render.
This is the one where they were meeting or matching the siding.
Mm-hmm.
They lowered the mechanical screen
On the right side there.
on the right
That's-
side,
That's where that is.
and then the dumpster enclosure is all the way in the very back there, which is now hardy board.
Elevations are the previous page.
And you can see that the 1-to-1 for the mechanical screen on the bottom elevation there. Because the dumpster enclosure is not actually attached to the building. Doesn't need to be in that 1-to-1.
Are you still giving it a polish, just the facade in general?
The existing metal? Yes. Yeah, we don't want it to look faded because the new metal, yeah, we'll paint it all the same.
It is, but not as hot as last week.
Any other questions? Comments, concerns? I will put forth a motion to approve the site plan dated 7/9/2025 with the following findings and conditions. This board has reviewed the Onondaga County Planning Board resolution of July 2nd, 2025, which determined that said referral will have no significant adverse intercommunity or countywide implications. This board has reviewed the SEAF, applicant dated 5/21/2025, and grants a negative secret declaration for this unlisted action. All conditions of the subdivision approval by this board dated July 24th, 2025 for the premise at 6757 Kinney Street must be completed with a condition. Can you help me out on that one,
Must
Steve?
be complied with as a condition of this approval.
Must be complied with as a condition of this approval. Alright. This approval is made with the further condition that this approval is for plans and and other submitted documents, site plan documents that have been signed by the planning board chairperson and the applicant, and requires that all of the work shown be completed by the applicant in order for a certificate of occupancy or compliance to be issued. Any proposed changes, additions, or deletions to the scope of work or materials from the site plan documents are not approved and are subject to further site plan review pursuant to Town of DeWitt Code Section 192-122. Motion to approve. Bill? Kathy, all in favor? Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright,
So I can just, I'll leave them here.
Yes, if you wanna sign these quick, do you mind signing these, so trustees?
excuse us
That
for
way he
one
doesn't have
second.
to come back.
I need to sign them too.
You have the stamp on.
No, there's one for you.
You're the architect? Is it?
No, they don't want
Oh,
So I dated
which one?
it. 24.
Oh. I already dated something for tomorrow, and that's the last date I have in my head.
You have less work to do tomorrow.
Well, no, it's still sitting open on my computer, I just know when I'm sending it.
It's fine,
There's no air.
There's no airflow at all.
It's been like this for
yeah. You don't have to- well,
We literally put you in the hot seat.
Better now,
Yeah.
but you're doing this on purpose to me.
It does make the meetings go fast.
Trying.
So there's 4 of them.
Okay,
We kept one.
okay. I didn't sign that
Oh,
one.
yeah,
So I
can you
Ah,
sign what
yeah.
we're keeping?
So,
Okay, last up we've got Shake Shack amendment concept.
Thanks.
Pretty awkward. Thank you. I didn't know it.
You guys normally like me to present from up here or from the chairs?
We also like it when you do a little bit of a dance while you're talking.
I hope not to disappoint you, but
Just start by introducing yourself.
Jim Manguso, I'm the architect for Shake Shack. Our civil engineer is trying to log in. I see ID Patterson, the sign vendor is on. Do you want me to try to get Eric on, Eric, do you want me to try to get Pat Sheedy on the cell phone, or you just want me to try to navigate this on my own? I feel fairly confident.
Hey Jim, I just figured it out, sorry.
Oh, all right, Pat, great, thank you. Okay, so as you guys know, we were before you many years ago with a Rachel's Grill that COVID killed, got converted to a Shake Shack. Shake Shack's building has evolved a little bit, both through the interior build-out plans, and we had a site plan issued with what was a survey that DOT had taken some space in the front. The survey we were using was an outdated survey, which was from the Rachel's plans, unfortunately. And fast forward to where we are today, we have a variance request for some additional cars, as the patio that we placed on the building that was approved does have seating associated with Shake Shack's interior. So we need some more cars added to the variance. Then with the setback that we're having on Erie Boulevard with the property line being taken back, we needed some additional feet to meet the appropriate parking standards of 19 feet for a spot, 24 for an aisle. We were essentially a foot short. We were, in the beginning, reusing what was going to be the Friendly's parking lot as it was. Friendly striping is a foot short in each spot. In the aisle, they're a foot short in each parking spot. So when we start to work the site, we realize right away, wow, there's an issue here. That's when we discovered that the survey was subsequently wrong. And here we are today now also requesting what is a landscape buffer variance on the front because the property lines moved 13 feet closer to my parking lot. And I need 4 more feet to make the parking stripe essentially fit. So that kind of covers the scope of the site changes. I believe the signage information we've gotten through. Our site drawings and the ID Patterson drawing there's a little deviation in the image that leads you to believe that the illuminated panel on the site drawings is larger than the ID Patterson drawings. Specifically, the night version is gotta be corrected on the site drawings. I think that 100% satisfies that comment. We have string lighting that was
Just make sure when it gets onto the site plan that it is.
Yeah, and Pat's got the location of what is the footprint of this monument sign, which was essentially exactly where the Friendlies was originally. We're just putting it over the top. Shake Shack sign vendor, who's on the line if we need him, they provided this sign, which was a little different from what was on our original site drawings, because we were just kind of placeholding a spot for the monument. This is the actual monument, it does conform to code, we've kind of gone through the elements. We've added the identification of the street number that was requested. So I think the sign part should be satisfied.
The white area is what's illuminated.
Yes, sir, the white placard, so it's essentially a polycarbonate face with vinyl letters attached. They have a light inside that white box behind to light it up at night.
We go back to the site plan. So talk a little bit about moving.
Yep.
The parking.
Yeah, can we go to the next drawing, please, if that's okay? So this kind of shows your difference right here. This is the parking that we needed to pull that property line forward, or the parking line forward, and essentially put that 1 foot in each one of those spaces back. Originally, that was, the variance request was for 6 feet that we achieved, but now we need another 4 feet. To pull that parking forward to accommodate what is the appropriate dimensions for the parking stalls.
So the survey was 4 feet off?
Essentially, well, the survey was actually 13 feet off, because what's happened is this represents what was the original property line for the boundary. When DOT did their work, the new property line comes back to here. So there were some differences in this area that ultimately, because we're now pulling the parking more forward, my setback variance has to be larger, you know, so 20 foot is the code. I essentially have 0 down here, and I only have like, maybe a foot here and maybe 2 feet there.
So we didn't do that, we didn't have a variance last time when we approved this because they weren't changing the footprint of the existing parking lot. But now that it's changing and expanding, then, we have to look at that landscape buffer.
I guess just out of context, how does that buffer and that front face work with other properties on Erie? Like, is there a precedent for an edge on a line, or, I actually don't know this, but I'm curious.
I'm not sure either, I don't know that we've seen any parcels, at least not since we've been here. Right along.
Are you referring to the
Next to the left,
parking
that's,
or the building?
Yeah, I'm not sure I
It's the
understand completely your
carpet
question.
one.
No, going down, the like
Yeah.
purple
Yeah.
and stuff, and McDonald's.
Is it the
What's the
Japanese,
address?
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
it's
it's
McDonald's.
the Japanese
Yeah.
restaurant,
The
yeah.
Japanese restaurant.
Yeah,
My sense is probably not, because remember this corner's a
For
mess.
noodles.
Because of Canal Corp and
Mhm.
DOT and the road used to be over here,
Right.
right, 40 years ago when it got switched over there.
Yeah, Bridge Street used to go through here, and then there was something with the blue line for the canal, and then DOT took more for their right of
There's
way.
been a lot of adjustment, let's just say, in the front end of this parcel. And the building itself sits over what was the Friendly's foundations. It was non-conforming, so for us, we just had to take the building down to the ground and build over the top. What we did take off was what was Friendly's vestibule, which was on Erie side. About 160 square foot of a vestibule came off to kind of pull that facade back off Erie a little bit.
how much space do you have between the property line and the curb on Erie? Do you know?
I don't know offhand, but I certainly can get you that dimension.
There's a decent amount of right of way there. Do you
So
wanna
I guess
call
where
it
I'm going
connected
is our
storage?
requirement for, the buffer is what, 10 feet?
20 feet in the
20 in
front.
the front.
20 in the front. Do we have 20 feet from parking curb to even sidewalk?
Yeah, if you give me a minute, I can get that dimension for you here.
Thank you, Pat.
Just curious, because there is that green strip that's there, that green space.
Mhm.
So it's not like
the
they're
edge of
putting
the
it right up
sidewalk?
against the sidewalk. Yeah,
I'm measuring about 24 feet from what's existing. Very
so it'd be
roughly.
about 20 feet if we're taking 4 additional feet.
It's
We'd have
just in the
roughly
right of
4
way,
feet, right?
yeah.
I mean, but I guess that's the you know, if we're talking about what a buffer or green space between sidewalk and parking, we do have 20 feet there, right?
Maybe the language in the design guidelines is that it's supposed to be placed entirely on the applicant's property. But I think the board does have
I think
discretion.
we do have discretions on that. It would still require the variance, but we can make a recommendation on it
Yes.
with that in mind.
Saying that there is green space.
There is green space, it's not gonna be taken away.
Right.
Yeah, there's
It's
just,
not just.
there's a lot of
You don't
right of way
appreciate
there.
it. What?
Right.
There's a lot of right of way here.
Yes,
Yeah, we did put the sidewalk along, one of the requests was
Yep.
we add our sidewalk and quite a bit of landscaping working with DOT, so we did give
I was just
additional landscaping
Yeah,
on that side,
Just saying.
Yep.
because we, that's where the real estate was available.
Buffer along,
Mhm.
but that's something you appreciate.
Right, because it has,
yeah, you're at 20 feet. That's 20. Yeah. Can we go back to the site
usually
plan?
it says 4 years ago.
So when you're pulling.
So it's 22 feet to the sidewalk and then 28 feet to the curb
Yeah.
line
So that's similar.
from the property line.
Because
Thanks,
there's,
Pat.
do we have like a elevation, like do you have a plan with elevation lines on it? Cause the parking lot is considerably lower than the sidewalk, I think.
Topo lines?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have a grading plan. If you go to the C200,
I think it's
Can't be that much further below, because you're coming in, you get the drive aisle right there.
five,
yeah, it's not much lower, no. It is lower than the road, but it's not anything significant, no.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
what's the difference between like the sidewalk to the parking?
I'm just opening it up on my end here real quick.
It's at least 20 feet.
No,
No, not
Vertical.
Oh, the verticals and
height,
stuff.
yeah.
It does fall off a little bit, but
Mhm.
part of the issue was we had to maintain the easement over to the adjacent neighbor's property at his
Yeah.
grade level too. But to your point, there's some fall off there.
So lining it up down the street, like this part is even with the street a little more, the parking is down a little bit. So like his question, it's kind of faded away a little bit. You don't see the parking as much.
Yeah, so at the driveway entrance, from the curb line to where the parking basically begins, it drops about a foot. And then, as you head, east, I guess, across the site, across the parking lot, it drops about, 1, 2, 3, about 5 feet. And then it's about 5 feet below Bridge Street there at its low point.
alright,
If you go back to the other drawing again, just so I can peek one more time. Right there, yeah.
any chance you can just
Putting an entrance in.
zoom in one or two just to,
That's what it.
It exists already. From here?
perfect.
Oh, I didn't.
So,
I think
one question I have,
it's to
you've
the
got-
corner.
it's like 8 spots along,
How far the corner.
along the area that you had to slide down,
Yeah.
except for 2. That can't probably slide down because that little weird jog that's right there.
Yes, sir.
So you've got the tail end of a car sticking out, do you have enough room between the end of that parking stall and the island?
We maintain 24 feet there.
So you,
We had to bullnose that radius a little bit to meet that.
okay. Just cause you
Yeah,
got,
he's got that dimension.
yeah, I see the bubble on it
Yeah,
there,
Is 24
it
there.
bullnoses the radius unfortunately to make
which is
that.
fine, we just wanted to make sure that you got, you know,
Yep.
you didn't have the butt end of a car sticking out there with a 22 foot or 21
That's
foot drive
the
aisle.
electric car parking.
I just wouldn't want to back,
Compact only,
Compact only.
yeah, I wouldn't want to back out of the handicap spot when somebody's coming in off of Erie.
alright, and then talk a little bit about the patio.
Yes, sir.
Look at how crappy that
So the patio was originally approved on the site drawing, but it was not identified with seating specifically. Shake Shack has introduced seating. That drives the need for 6 additional cars, which drives my parking variance up for the patio seating.
So they would need a 13 car variance.
Instead of, yep, correct. So we
instead
had,
of a 7-car variance,
correct.
which was previously approved, 7 cars. So my question to the board is intensity of use. I mean, if we think about what was there, Friendly's previously, you know, is.
Friendly's definitely had, their site identifies a patio with seating and
Right.
they had, you know, their parking was off too, and they were a bigger building, that made the building smaller even.
That's, I think what I'm just looking us to kind of talk about is, you know, is increasing the variance by 7 or 6, or it was 6.
6 more, yes, sir.
Change the use and change the intensity on site.
I feel like that would be fine. I would be in support of giving a little bit more variance because I think they're gonna be busy, but I also think it's gonna be a lot of coming and going traffic. I don't know how many people are eating. Like every other restaurant that comes in says they need less and less restaurant seating because fewer and fewer people are eating
In
in.
defense of what you're saying and where we sit today, so Friendly's originally had 54 cars on the site. We were asked to move the dumpster from the back up forward, so we lost 7 cars along the side of the space. There were 4 of which were parallel spots, those were taken from us. We had to introduce the interior landscape islands, which took another 4 cars from us. So I think the variance, quite frankly, they were willing to approve it because we were receiving a hardship right off the get-go. We thought we're really reusing Friendly's as it was. When we got hit with the tag for the patio seating, it just, you know, made a bad situation worse, unfortunately, right?
Where are you gonna have that patio seating?
They have it outside the patio, so we have enclosed a wrought iron fence, and they have 12 seats identified, so 2 4 tops and 2 2 tops.
How high is that fence?
3-footer,
It's a 3-foot fence?
Yeah,
The
3-foot
Olympic
black.
kit?
yeah, yes, sir.
It might be 4.
Well, I'll definitely double check, we added the details to the recent.
You say 4, you say 3, which is it?
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now, it's on drawing C100. Bottom left-hand corner, it's calling for a 4-foot high fence. There it is, on top.
I looked at this plan.
He knows it better than I do.
You guys might have to hire Eric.
I'll tell you,
No, we don't
Probably not a
want
bad comment, but
So I guess-
you need them.
Yes.
I will ask the question, is 4 foot too high? I mean, it's right along Erie.
That's the fence right there with the pickets?
Correct.
Was it like a black?
There is a rendering.
You have
that
the,
shows
yeah,
it.
I think-
an
I think
I
elevation.
think that kind of
elevation.
fence is fine at 4 feet. Cause you can see right through it.
But you don't want, but you really want it to feel like you're enclosed.
The reason we did it was
Yeah, because
Shake Shack
traffic
entertains a
from
lot of young
Erie.
kids,
Yeah, but that's
and they found that sometimes they're hanging from the railing, so we thought a little taller kind of made it a little less intense.
When you're sitting here, a 4-foot fence is there, right?
Right here. Mhm. Well,
It just doesn't seem very welcoming to me.
Right, that's
I
my
think like the
question.
one over at Chipotle, they've got that little side patio and they've got just to delineate the area.
Right, that's what I figured
It's
the fence
it's
would
a
be.
shorter,
The 3
kind of steel.
Oh, that's an
I
easy,
feel like that's
That's an
inside
easy
the parking
modification.
lot a little bit more though. Like this is,
But it's also, this one's set, I mean, look at the site plan, it's set way back from
yeah, I know, but
Erie.
I don't have kids, I just
I
always
don't
think
know, I
if
mean,
a
to
kid
me
got
it's
a
more
running, you
private.
want them to stop.
I like the 4 because it's more private, I mean, you get a lot of traffic on the boulevard.
Yeah,
And it's
that's the
just,
way I think of it.
you know,
Right, but it,
it's a little cozier, but yet you're outside.
It's just, it's not very big though, right?
it's not,
No,
that's the point I'm trying to make, is it's a
16 by
I mean, if
very,
it was this whole room, maybe, but we're talking not even this quadrant of a little
not,
patio
it's
space.
probably like the inside of this space here.
326 square feet.
And put a 4-foot tall fence all the way
I
around,
want
it's
it to
gonna,
feel claustrophobic
that's,
in there.
that's the question that I'm asking without asking it directly.
In the elevations, it doesn't look bad.
that may not be,
If you had a table in there and you showed the elevation accurately, you actually, I feel like you have that at like
That looks-
4'6". That's like shoulder
fence-
height.
that
The
fence
table,
looks-
the table
Yeah,
height's
that-
normally 3
That
feet.
fence looks 3 foot there.
No,
It's like
look at
halfway up the person on the.
The problem you have with these guys is they're just grabbing images off it, so that person could be like, if I'm looking at a 7-foot door, right? That person's coming in at
Oh,
about
you're right.
6'6", which, again, you're looking at me, that's not probably gonna be always the case. So we could definitely get it scaled appropriately, I can certainly put people.
All of your drawings should be,
We would be, well, the elevations typically are not used as scalable items in the field, so they're pretty.
No, but when you
but
get a
they
bunch of
are for
architects on the board, they
representation
all.
to the planning board.
Just table.
I mean, I bet you that's fairly close to the 4 feet, what they're showing. If you want 3 feet, by all means, we'd be happy to oblige, it's cheaper fence for us to put up
Is the patio entrance from outside or from?
outside. There's a door off the side here.
Yeah.
So this door they would exit, we have a sidewalk here with a bike rack, this is the sidewalk that comes up the Erie sidewalk, so they would enter from the side.
So now that you've got seating on this outside patio, are you lighting it?
There's wall packs on there, yes, correct.
And those are still compliant with your
We're
light
working
spread?
through the photometrics now, so this elevation was what we sent in earlier, after it was identified that the photometrics, the elevations weren't in alignment. So we've brought all that together, but that's on the new, what will be the new elevation, so yes, there is a wall pack there over it.
Do you know if the tables that are out there will have?
Umbrellas, yes, sir.
Umbrellas.
I have, if you go to their last drawing, you can actually see the Shake Shack's drawing of the patio, but yes, there are umbrellas on the outside two, I believe, and then the inside ones don't have the umbrella.
There's 2 umbrellas out there.
Is it at the end of the site plan, Jim, on the civil
It
side?
wouldn't be on the civil side, it would have been on the end of that thumb drive, it would have been the last item, number 11 was
Scroll
the,
down.
What side of the building? That's the.
Yours.
I have it here, if you wanna see it.
West.
Yeah.
This one might be. No, it's
No,
facing
south.
south.
It's the south side of the building.
It's facing Erie,
Yeah, it's facing Boulevard, which is south.
So
So that's getting
south.
close though,
Yeah.
right?
Good bridge runs north-south.
This is the drawing that they're bringing up, so here's the.
It's facing southwest.
Okay, all right, it's a deal.
yeah.
We can compromise.
Because Erie kind of
It's
goes,
north,
You
before,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Erie kind of goes 5 to 11, you know.
I was going off 690 and kind of.
All right, well, it's compromised on the fence, 4 foot where it faces the street.
It's gonna be 3 foot 6.
You gotta
3 foot 6 everywhere.
I don't think 4 foot, I don't think you want 4 foot there.
I think if you were really trying to screen vision, sight to Erie and noise and sound, you would do like a slat kind of visual screen. This is, just very open.
I think
Yeah,
they
it's
want
just,
inviting, right, they're trying to.
You're trying to be
draw.
inviting.
You want
Yeah.
people to be seen
Yes,
sitting
sir.
there and
Yes,
draw
sir.
people in, I
Yep,
get
I
that.
100% agree, I'm fine with
Until
it
you
if
have
it's down.
Yeah.
people that you don't want there
Right.
sitting. And then you're trying to make it more private.
I don't think it's private, it's a.
No, it's not private.
It's a fence, you're seeing right through it, it's
Well,
not
that's why
private.
he was saying if you wanted to make it more private, you would do offset slats.
But I don't think that's their intent. Yeah.
No, they're the
So-
whole track.
No, you want to
Unless anybody
advertise, you gotta
disagrees.
If
say
you
see.
feel like that.
I would push to drop to 3 feet,
3 foot,
unless,
that's a good recommendation, I
disagreement.
think that's very
Are
reasonable.
the umbrellas solid color with those logos?
That I can't tell you, that would be part of the interior plans, I have no knowledge of what those umbrellas are gonna look
It
like.
could be off base, but that kind of gets into signage.
It does,
Good
you can't do
it
advertising
is a
on
good
them.
question,
Yeah.
it's a very good question,
No,
and
they have to be plain.
I would make sure that Shake Shack is aware that, having big logos and stuff on there.
And they
Steal
can't be
that
up
drawing
here,
back to make my notes.
and they can't be up year round, can they? Because,
No, this would be a seasonal, I would think, at best, but
yeah, we have metal umbrellas at SU, so we kind of keep them up year round.
Well, the other thing they must consider there is that if the umbrella is not, doesn't have some kind of base, there's potential of wind holding it up.
Right, which I would anticipate those ones do, they're going through the tables,
Right.
I got a weight on the bottom, but I'm more concerned to your point, like Shake Shack logo all over the.
well, to answer your question, they just opened one by my office, I'm trying to see if I can see the photo of the exterior, if it had any logos on
The
those.
word gauzy comes to mind.
But I think that would probably be whatever condition we have with the patio is that
Looks like a lot of them are just
Because then
solid
it
green.
becomes another sign.
Yeah, they
I
look
mean, I'm
to
not
be solid
opposed
green,
to solid green,
they're
but-
captured in this
Right.
photo that I have, that you can kind of see.
Shake Shack green.
Yeah, it looks like a standard green
Right.
umbrella.
You know,
So this one's in Buffalo, New York, obviously, but I'll get you some detail on that, certainly.
would we consider this a patio note?
Everything's a no now.
Everything.
Every building is a no.
Alright, so we talked about the patio,
Did
the
you guys agree
parking,
on the fence?
3
Were you
foot,
all
I
in
have
agreement?
3 foot.
3 feet?
3 foot,
3 foot, all sides, right?
Yes.
yep.
All sides.
Thank you.
Black's
But like
black's
I
okay.
said,
the color's fine, I think it's kind of keeping it a
Yep,
little
makes
bit
sense.
more,
I appreciate that comment.
Can we talk
parking.
about, okay, you wanna talk parking,
No.
then we need to talk
You
drainage.
should go to the very first one.
well, we can talk, I just wanted to cover, we covered the patio, we covered the parking, covered the drive aisle.
And lighting, we're going,
Lighting is
we're
being
just
worked
getting
on. Lighting's being
the
worked on.
electric, yeah.
So what's on drainage?
Mark, can you talk about drainage? Our engineer's on.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, go ahead and explain, I guess.
oh, sorry.
No,
No,
it's all right.
you can start and I can just respond then. I didn't realize you were on.
Well, yeah, so you're trying to, you need to pick up the roof drains, or you would like to pick up the roof drains and put them into a, under drain storm sewer system. DOT has indicated that they don't want that within their right of way. So you need to come up with a plan that shows it, all the piping within your property, and then how you're going to discharge it from the site into the right of way, I guess, basically. And that just be aware, the town doesn't allow riprap, so you need to use a turf reinforcement mat or something like that if you have a point source discharge.
Right, yep, so that's exactly what we're doing, yep. We're just capturing the roof drains from the building there in the front facade there. Yeah, all piping will be
Site plan
installed
again.
on site, nothing will be installed within the DOT right away. Your point is noted about the riprap stone, we will change that to some other kind of erosion protection mechanism there at the end of the outlet structure there, or the end section there, excuse me. But yeah, the stormwater captured from the roof itself will just be piped and discharged into the swale along Bridge Street where it currently does, and then the parking lot will just continue to sheet drain as it currently does into the ditch as well.
Yeah, so that particular plan there doesn't show it within the right of way. So
Does it not all the way on the right hand side, Mark?
Yeah, we're updating that. We're
Okay.
just waiting for the photometric plan to come back, and then you'll have an updated complete set showing it to be installed within the property limits.
So it's gonna be hard piped from the down leaders underneath the slab to the swale, that's the plan?
Correct,
Yeah,
yes.
originally Friendly's had a sheet drain across the sidewalks, we just didn't think it was pertinent to do, we're just gonna put it underground so it gets past the parking lot.
And Mark, that works for you?
Yeah, I mean, I have to see the actual plan, but in concept, yes.
So it's first going to like a little drainage swale and then it's being.
So that
yeah, from there.
drainage swale is proposed to capture the runoff in that yard area there.
Okay.
There's kind of a localized low point there, so that'll just capture the runoff between Erie Boulevard and the parking there
Okay,
from that lawn area.
Okay, so as soon as you can get us those updated plans, we'll run them by Mark and.
Absolutely. Pat, wouldn't you think photometric, we were talking about maybe tomorrow or Monday?
Yeah, we're
Please,
hoping for tomorrow, but Monday at the latest, yeah.
Thank you.
next submission date is not 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right?
It's next week is the submission date for the next meeting, but at the next meeting, we're gonna do the recommendation to ZBA. We have the ZBA application, we're just waiting on the check to make it a complete application, which sounds like it's coming any day now. So we have ZBA application, so that'll be for the 14th for this board to make the recommendation to ZBA. And then if we have all the final plans by the meeting after,
And again, the ZBA is.
We would need everything by the 14th.
by the board,
Added 6
Yeah.
parking spots and the reduction of the buffer.
landscape buffer, yep. And then, yeah, if you got everything by the 14th, that would put you on the agenda for the 28th. I think the ZBA is the 8th.
The ZBA is the 18th, yep. So if you have everything into us by the 14th, go to the ZBA on the 18th, then come back,
on the 28th.
potential final approval on the 28th.
Makes sense.
Any other questions?
I mentioned this to you on the phone, it's just a minor thing with the landscaping,
We've got that being
Yeah.
fixed as well.
it looks like,
Yeah, it was a
Yep.
typo,
okay,
definitely.
perfect,
Yep, that was just a labeling error.
okay. That's all I had for you.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.
Any other business? No. No Kevin today, so he's gonna move to close. Jenny?
She even had the arm.
Second?
I like
Doug, all in favor?
Kevin.
Alright, let's get out of here. Out of this
What are you
sauna.
looking for as far as somebody's going to
Thanks, Jamie.
anything in
Thank you,
particular?
Jamie.
Got
Thanks,
three
Mark.
architects, you guys are engineers, right?
Thanks, Mark.
Both of you?
We're mostly architects.
Yeah, have a good day.